I am here to tell you that Instalocking is not toxic, and I would actually encourage it for you. I'm sure I'm not the only person who gets annoyed when somebody tries to fill for their team and gets on an agent that they have no idea how to play. They're on Sova because they wanted an initiator, but they have no idea how to use shock darts or recon darts effectively. They're on Omen, but get confused about the UI since it takes you out of your player model for a bit to put down the smokes. Or they're on Astra, and they just have no clue what they're doing because they never played Astra before, but you're on Pearl and they want good smokes. Or maybe you have 3 controllers and they decide to lock Jet because they want a duelist, but they've never played Jet before and are a controller main. These things are all super annoying, and it gets me so annoyed when people are afraid to instalock because they think it's toxic or not right to do. Instalocking is good. It's good that you have an agent that you're comfortable with and know how to play. It's good that you only want to play that agent because you know that that's the way you can best benefit your team. It's not that bad if you have to dodge one game because someone took your main. If you manage your dodges well, it's pretty easy to have enough dodges to dodge whenever you get somebody who instalocked your main, especially if you main a less popular agent such as Neon or Brimstone or something like that. Now, if you main like Jet or Reyna or another really popular agent that people like to instalock, maybe you'll have to dodge a little bit less and just learn a couple agents so that if somebody takes your main, you can play one of the others that you know well. However, if you've got a rarer agent such as Neon, which is who I play, it's not a bad idea to instalock every single game to maximize your effectiveness for your team, even if you end up with 5 duelists. There are so many examples of people doing well with 5 duelists. You know you've lost to 5 duelists sometimes. You probably have won as 5 duelists sometimes if your mental isn't destroyed first round because you're getting tilted about nothing. There was recently a VOD of 10s who won on a 5 duelist team. And you would be like, oh, they're pros. They know how to play well. Yeah, they're playing against pros. It's Radiance against Radiance. It's not like Radiance playing against your platinum opponents. And coaches nowadays have been getting it right where they're telling you to pick 2 or 3 agents to learn super well. Usually you want to do them of the same role so it's a simpler playstyle, so that if somebody takes your main like instalocking, then you can just take another agent you're comfortable with, or you can just instalock your favorite agent, play that one every game. If somebody happens to beat you, then you go with your secondary. And some coaches have been just encouraging people to choose one agent, one main, and instalock that every single game, because this will help you improve more. It'll help you win games. I would much rather have 5 duelists or 5 controllers or 5 initiators or 5 sentinels who are all comfortable on their agent than the standard team comp for a map, whatever it be for that map, where barely anybody or maybe 1 or 2 people know how to play their agent well because they're afraid to learn an agent and actually instalock. Now, if you're not trying to improve, if you're not playing competitively, attempting to get to the next rank, and are just chilling, there's nothing wrong with not instalocking. Don't get me wrong about this. I'm not trying to convince you that you have to be instalocking if you want to be like good at all at Valorant. It's fine if you're a casual player in unrated a lot to like play the agent you want. It doesn't matter. But in competitive, please learn an agent, master it, become good at it, instalock it, so that you're comfortable with your agent, are able to use its utility in a more meaningful way that will actually have an impact for your team, instead of being on Sova and having no idea how to use him when your teammate, who you force to play smokes, has all the Sova lineups you'd ever need. A lot of people will get mad at you for instalocking. This isn't something that everybody has agreed upon yet. A lot of people still think that instalocking is bad and should be frowned upon. When I don't think so, a lot of coaches don't think so, a lot of the top tier players would tell you that you should probably pick a main, get good at it, instalock that one, and then maybe once you get into Immortal or Radiant, you can start learning 2 roles, or maybe all the roles if you have enough time to put into it, so that you really can fill and play any agent. You're not locked to just 1 or 2. However, in lower ranks, if you're anything below Ascendant, I say, it's probably best to choose 2 or 3 agents, or even just 1. The 2 or 3 should all be of the same role. I mean, maybe in a couple circumstances, if you really want to learn 2 roles, you can go with 2 roles, 2 or 3 agents total. But generally, it is not bad to instalock. We need to stop frowning upon instalockers and encourage it, because it just means that somebody's comfortable with their agent. It is entirely okay to sacrifice a good, like quotation mark, good team comp for people who are actually comfortable with and know how to use their agents. Now go learn some agent, get good at it, and become the instalocking Jet main that everybody hates. It's gonna be great. Good luck.